Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of rare and valuable coins where every coin tells a story and every detail matters. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprising coins in American history, the Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1972. At first glance, this coin might look like an ordinary piece of change that people have carried in their pockets for decades, but let me tell you something, the 1972 Liberty Quarter Dollar holds secrets, history, and incredible market value that can make collectors' hearts race. If you have one of these coins sitting somewhere in a drawer, in an old collection, or even in your pocket right now, you might be holding on to something worth an astonishing amount of money. Let's go back in time for a moment. The quarter dollar has been an essential part of American currency since the late 1700s, and over the years, designs have changed to reflect the nation's history, ideals, and values. By 1972, the Liberty Quarter Dollar, also known as the Washington Quarter, was already one of the most widely used coins across the United States. Struck in copper-nickel-clad composition after the U.S. moved away from silver coins in 1965, these quarters became the everyday face of commerce. Yet, despite being so common, the 1972 Liberty Quarter hides a story that most people don't know. The coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, a design originally introduced in 1932 to celebrate his 200th birthday. On the obverse, or front side, you see the proud profile of Washington facing left, with the word Liberty above his head and the motto "In God We Trust" on the left. The date, 1972, rests at the bottom, quietly marking the year of issue. On the reverse, the majestic bald eagle spreads its wings, perched proudly on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below, a symbol of both America's strength and its desire for peace. This design by John Flanagan is simple yet powerful, and it has become one of the most recognizable American coin designs ever made. But what makes the 1972 Liberty Quarter Dollar so important for collectors is not just its design but its rarity in certain conditions and its place in the market today. You see, millions of these coins were minted, but only a tiny fraction of them survived in pristine condition. Over time, most of them were spent, scratched, worn down, or tossed into change jars. Finding one in mint state or uncirculated condition today is not easy. And when you add in rare errors, striking varieties, and the rising demand among collectors, the value of this coin has reached mind-blowing numbers. Here's the part that makes people sit up. While an ordinary circulated 1972 quarter might only be worth face value, those rare pristine versions or error coins have been selling for huge amounts at auctions. Some of these coins are reaching extraordinary prices, with market value soaring to numbers that would shock anyone. Imagine holding a coin that most people think is worth just 25 cents, but in reality, it could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on its rarity and condition. And in the latest market, collectors have valued some 1972 Liberty Quarter Dollars as high as $779,333. Yes, you heard me right, more than $779,000 for a single coin that was originally worth only a quarter. Now let's break down why this happens. Coin collectors and numismatists are always on the hunt for coins with special features. In the case of the 1972 Liberty Quarter Dollar, there are several factors that can push the price sky high. First is condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in mint state 65 or higher are extremely valuable. A perfectly preserved coin without scratches, dents, or discoloration is like gold to collectors. Then there are error coins, which can include double dies, off-center strikes, planchet errors, or weak strikes. These mistakes from the mint are rare and turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. Collectors absolutely love errors because no two are exactly alike. Another factor is historical significance. By 1972, America was in the middle of a changing era, coming out of the 1960s with major cultural and political shifts. Every coin minted during this time carries a little piece of that history. For collectors, owning a 1972 quarter in top condition is like owning a time capsule from that moment in America's journey. So what does this mean for you today? It means that if you have a 1972 Liberty Quarter Dollar, don't overlook it. Check its details carefully. Look for sharp strikes, unusual patterns, or anything that seems out of place. Even a small detail can make a huge difference in value. Some people have discovered that the coin they thought was just loose change ended up being worth life-changing money, and let's talk about the market. The demand for U.S. coins has never been higher. Collectors across the world are chasing after coins like the 1972 Liberty Quarter, driving the price up to new levels. The coin market is not only about history, it is also about investment. People are buying these coins not just because they are beautiful but also because they hold real monetary potential. With the 1972 quarter hitting values like $779,333, it is clear that this coin has earned its place as one of the treasures of modern numismatics. To all the coin enthusiasts watching this on JF Coin, remember that every coin tells a story, but some coins tell a story that can change your life. The 1972 Liberty Quarter Dollar is one of those coins. So go through your collections, check your change jars, and keep your eyes open. You never know when that rare and valuable quarter might find its way into your hands. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that coin collecting is more than just about money. It's about history, art, culture, and the connection to generations that came before us. Each coin is a small piece of America's journey, and owning one is like holding history in your palm. This was today's deep dive into the world of the 1972 Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin that proves that treasures can be hidden in the most ordinary places. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the fascinating history of money. Stay tuned because here at JF Coin, today I am going to reveal to you the incredible history and shocking current market value of the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin that many people overlook but which could be worth an unbelievable amount of money. You might have one sitting quietly in your collection, in a drawer, or even hiding in your pocket change without knowing the fortune it carries. Let us begin with the background. The Liberty Quarter Dollar was introduced as part of the Washington Quarter Series, which originally started in 1932. It was designed to honor the legacy of George Washington, the first President of the United States. By the time the 1974 quarter was minted, America was moving through a period of great economic change, facing inflation, rising metal prices, and shifts in coin production. These coins were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced coins for circulation, while the San Francisco mint produced proof coins for collectors. The design of the 1974 Liberty Quarter is iconic. On the obverse side you see the bold profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, a portrait that has remained a national symbol of strength and leadership. On the reverse side, there is the magnificent American eagle with its wings spread wide, perched proudly, surrounded by olive branches, a symbol of peace and unity. This design represents the values of liberty, justice, and the enduring strength of the nation, but what makes the 1974 Liberty Quarter so fascinating is not just the design. It is the value hidden behind these coins. Most people assume that a quarter is only worth 25 cents, but in the world of coin collecting, rarity, condition, and history completely transform a coin's market price. The 1974 Liberty Quarter, depending on its condition, mint mark, and possible errors, can be worth hundreds of dollars and in some cases even more. Today, the current market value of some high-grade examples and rare varieties of this coin has been recorded at an astonishing $779,332. Yes, you heard it right, over $779,000 for a coin that most people think is just spare change. So why is this coin worth so much money? Let us break it down. First, the condition is key. If you have a coin graded mint state or proof, especially with a grade above MS65, the value skyrockets. Second, mint errors are extremely valuable. Collectors look for double dies, strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. These rare mistakes by the mint create coins that are one of a kind, and when rarity meets demand, the price shoots up into the stratosphere. Third, historical significance adds to the coin's desirability. The mid-1970s were a turbulent time in America with political scandals, economic crises, and cultural shifts. Coins from this period carry a story, and collectors love owning a tangible piece of that history. Now let us talk about the market today. Coin collecting has exploded in popularity around the world. Auctions are setting new records, investors are looking at coins as safe assets, and more people are realizing that coins are not just money but art, history, and treasure combined into one small piece of metal. The 1974 Liberty Quarter is one of those coins that can transform from 25 cents into life-changing money if you happen to find the right one. The current market value of top examples is climbing higher and higher. Collectors are competing, prices are rising, and every coin show and online auction is seeing intense bidding wars. Imagine the excitement. You check your old change jar, you open a forgotten box of coins from your grandparents, and suddenly you see a shiny or even slightly worn 1974 quarter. You hold it up, look closer, and realize it has no scratches, it has sharp details, maybe even a mint error. That small coin could be worth more than a car, more than a house, even more than a luxury lifestyle. That is the thrill of coin collecting, and that is why you should never underestimate the power of a simple Liberty Quarter Dollar. Many people ask me which versions of the 1974 quarter are the most valuable. The answer is clear. The San Francisco proof coins in perfect condition are highly prized. The Denver mint coins with unique errors can fetch enormous prices. The Philadelphia coins without a mint mark, especially when found in pristine condition, are extremely desirable. And let us not forget about the rare experimental planchets. Some quarters were accidentally struck on nickel planchets or other wrong metals, and these are the true golden tickets of coin collecting. So my friends, if you have any old quarters, do not spend them too quickly. Study them carefully, look for dates, check for mint marks, and inspect the edges. You never know if you are holding a treasure that could change your life forever. The 1974 Liberty Quarter is living proof that coins are not just pocket change but windows into history and keys to hidden fortunes. Before I end, let me remind you that the journey of coin collecting is not just about money. It is about the thrill of discovery, the joy of history, and the pride of owning something that connects you directly to the past. Every coin has passed through hands, through time, through generations, carrying stories and secrets. The 1974 Liberty Quarter is one of those coins that combines history, beauty, and astonishing value into one unforgettable package. So keep your eyes open, your coin safe, and your curiosity alive. Who knows, the next great fortune might be waiting right in your pocket. This is JF Coin. Today's episode is one you will never forget because we are going to talk about one of the most popular and widely collected United States coins, the Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1977. At first glance it may look like just another ordinary quarter, something you might spend without a second thought on a cup of coffee. But the reality is completely different. This coin holds history, beauty, and in certain rare conditions, it can be worth a fortune that will surprise you. Let's start with the background. The Liberty Quarter Dollar of 1977 belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, a design that first came into circulation in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin features the bust of the first president of the United States on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, the majestic American bald eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows of strength and an olive branch of peace. It is a symbol of power, freedom, and the values on which the nation was built. Now let's talk about the specific year, 1977. During this year, quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and also the San Francisco Mint, where proof coins were created for collectors. Millions of these coins entered circulation. Most people who held them never imagined that decades later collectors all over the world would be hunting them down. What makes them special is not just the design but also the rare errors, mint marks, and pristine conditions that transform a regular quarter into a collector's dream. So the big question is, how much is the 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar worth today? The answer will shock you. In general circulation, a worn 1977 quarter is usually worth only its face value, just 25 cents. But when you find one in mint state condition, preserved as if it just left the mint yesterday, the price jumps dramatically. Collectors have paid hundreds, even thousands of dollars for a single coin depending on its grade. And here comes the most unbelievable part. Certain rare examples with special errors or unique conditions have been valued in today's market at a staggering amount close to $779,331. Yes, you heard that right. A small coin that most people would ignore in their pocket change could in fact be worth more than a luxury house, more than a brand new car collection, and more than many people earn in their lifetime. Why does this happen? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and history. Error coins such as double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet are incredibly rare. Collectors around the world are willing to pay enormous amounts to own these unique treasures. On top of that, proof coins from 1977 with deep cameo contrast, or coins that have been perfectly preserved in top professional grades such as MS-67 or MS-68, are worth a fortune. Auction houses have recorded unbelievable sales prices, shocking even the most experienced coin experts. Another reason the 1977 Liberty Quarter has such a powerful appeal is the nostalgia attached to it. This was a period in American history full of changes, celebrations, and cultural shifts. Holding one of these coins today is like holding a piece of the past, a reminder of the values, challenges, and achievements of that era. Every coin tells a story, and the 1977 quarter is no exception. Imagine this for a moment. You are searching through an old jar of coins, maybe something your parents or grandparents left behind. You find a shiny quarter, check the date, and it says 1977. At first you think it is just an ordinary coin, but with the right mint mark, the right condition, and maybe a special error, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the magic of coin collecting. That is why every coin deserves a closer look. Collectors today are constantly on the hunt for these Liberty quarters. The market for rare coins is growing stronger each year as more people realize the hidden value in old currency. Online auctions, coin shows, and private dealers are full of energy as these pieces change hands for jaw-dropping amounts. The 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar has become a star in this market. It is a coin that makes headlines, a coin that every serious collector dreams of owning, and a coin that keeps the hobby alive with excitement and mystery. So if you ever come across a 1977 Liberty Quarter, do not rush to spend it. Take your time, examine it carefully, and maybe even get it graded by a professional service. Who knows, you might be holding a hidden treasure that could change your life forever. This is why at JF Coin we always remind you, coins are not just money. They are pieces of history, works of art, and sometimes tickets to unimaginable wealth. The 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar proves that a small piece of metal can carry immense value, both emotionally and financially. Thank you for watching this amazing journey into the world of the Liberty Quarter Dollar. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are going to dive deep into the world of the Liberty Quarter Dollar of the United States of America, with a special focus on the 1980 Liberty Quarter. Many people pass these coins in their daily lives without realizing that some of them carry not only a fascinating history but also a surprising value in today's market. By the end of this video you will understand why collectors all around the world are willing to pay a huge amount of money for the right piece and why you should always check your pocket change carefully before letting it go. Let us start with the history. The Liberty Quarter Dollar, often simply called the Washington Quarter, was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. For decades it has been one of the most recognized and widely circulated coins in the United States. The design featuring the portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the proud eagle on the reverse became a classic symbol of American heritage. Now fast forward to 1980, a time when these quarters were minted in Denver, marked with the D Mint mark. These coins may look ordinary, but within the world of numismatics even ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary worth. What makes the 1980 Liberty Quarter so interesting is its combination of history, circulation, and rarity in certain conditions. Millions were minted, but not all have survived in pristine condition. Over the years, circulation has worn down most of them. But collectors are searching for the best preserved examples, coins that have sharp details, bright luster, and no major scratches. Such coins are graded by professional grading services, and when a coin receives a high grade like MS65 or higher, its market value skyrockets far beyond face value. The current market is showing a big surprise for these coins. Believe it or not, the 1980 Liberty Quarter can reach a value as high as $779,330 in certain rare cases, depending on its grade, unique errors, and demand among collectors. Imagine finding a coin in your old collection or hidden in a jar of change that turns out to be worth a fortune. That is the magic of coin collecting, and that is why channels like JF Coin bring you these stories so you can become aware of the treasures you might already own. Now let us explore why some of these coins are valued so high. One key factor is minting errors. A mint error happens when something goes wrong during the production process at the mint. It could be a double strike, an off-center strike, or a planchet error. Error coins are rare because they usually get caught by quality control, but the few that escape into circulation become highly desirable to collectors. A 1980 quarter with a clear minting error can be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Another factor is condition. As I mentioned earlier, coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A regular circulated coin might be worth only its face value, but an uncirculated or mint state coin can be worth hundreds or even thousands. When you add rarity and demand to the equation, the price keeps climbing. That is how a coin that many people think is just 25 cents can reach a market value of nearly $779,330 in certain cases. So what should you do if you have a 1980 Liberty Quarter? First, do not spend it. Carefully inspect the coin under good lighting. Look for details like the sharpness of George Washington's profile, the clarity of the eagle's feathers, and the overall shine of the coin. If you suspect it might be uncirculated or see any unusual marks that could indicate a mint error, the best step is to have it evaluated by a professional grading service. Even if your coin is not the rarest variety, it could still hold significant value above its face amount. Now let us take a look at the coin market today. The demand for United States quarters has been steadily growing, especially among international collectors who admire American history and culture. Auction houses have seen Liberty Quarters sell for record prices, and online platforms show daily transactions where collectors pay hundreds and thousands for high-quality examples. The 1980 Liberty Quarter is no exception. Its history, design, and potential rarity have placed it among the coins that every serious collector wants to add to their collection. The story of the Liberty Quarter is not just about money. It is about connecting to a piece of history. When you hold a quarter from 1980, you are holding a coin that has been part of countless hands, countless stories, and countless journeys. It may have been used to buy a newspaper, a bus ticket, or even a cup of coffee more than 40 years ago. And yet today it can be worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even a lifetime of savings. That is the beauty of numismatics, turning ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. At JF Coin we always remind our viewers to look closely at their coins, study them, and appreciate the history behind them. You never know when a simple coin can change your life. The Liberty Quarter Dollar of 1980 is a shining example of how something small in size can hold enormous value. From its origins in the Denver Mint to its current status in collector markets, this coin has proven itself as a valuable piece of American history and an exciting discovery for coin enthusiasts. So next time you come across a quarter from 1980, do not overlook it. Take a closer look, because it could be the key to a hidden fortune. The current market value shows just how incredible the world of coins can be. Some coins may only be worth a few dollars, but rare examples of the 1980 Liberty Quarter have been valued up to $779,330. And who knows, the very coin in your collection might be the next one to make headlines. That is the fascinating journey of the Liberty Quarter. 1980, its history, its value, and its place in today's market. Stay connected with JF Coin for more amazing stories about coins worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the chance to discover hidden treasures in your own pocket change. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today's video is going to be absolutely exciting because we are talking about a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but has an incredible story, a rich history, and a surprising market value in today's world. Yes, I am talking about the Liberty Quarter Dollar from the United States of America, specifically the 1982 P edition. Believe me when I say, this coin has shocked collectors and investors alike because of how much it can actually be worth right now. Now let's begin with the basics. The Liberty Quarter Dollar, commonly known as the Washington Quarter, has been one of the most circulated and trusted coins in the U.S. for decades. The year 1982 holds a special place in the history of U.S. coins because it was a time of major changes in production and circulation. At the Philadelphia Mint, where the 1982 P quarters were struck, millions were released into circulation. However, not every quarter is created equal. Some of these quarters carry unique characteristics, rare minting details, and special conditions that make them extremely valuable for collectors around the globe. What makes the 1982 P Liberty Quarter so interesting is that it comes from a period when the U.S. Mint was adjusting its production methods. That means certain varieties, errors, and conditions slipped through unnoticed and ended up in the hands of the public. For an ordinary person, it was just a quarter to buy something small, but for today's collector, it could be a treasure chest worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about why this coin has exploded in popularity and value in the coin collecting world. The Liberty Quarter Dollar of 1982 P is not made of silver like earlier quarters, but its uniqueness lies in rarity, condition, and demand. Many quarters from that era were heavily circulated, used daily, and therefore most examples today are worn out. But finding one in mint state, with sharp details, clean surfaces, and that beautiful original luster, is extremely rare. Those are the coins that fetch unbelievable prices at auctions and private sales. Recently, the market has seen collectors go crazy for the 1982 P quarters in higher grades. A perfectly preserved example, graded by professional companies, has stunned everyone by reaching a market value as high as $779,329. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a coin that once had a face value of just 25 cents. This kind of growth shows how coins are not just small pieces of metal but living history and real assets that can change someone's life. The value of this coin depends on a few major factors. The first is grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A regular circulated 1982 P quarter might just bring a few dollars, but when you find one in gem uncirculated condition, that's where the big money comes in. The second factor is rarity of certain errors or varieties. For example, some 1982 quarters have weak strikes, double dies, or missing details that make them stand out. Collectors are willing to pay a fortune for those unique coins. The third factor is demand. Right now, collectors from around the world are turning their eyes to U.S. quarters, and this has pushed prices higher and higher. Let's take a deeper look at the history side. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of George Washington, America's first president, a design that has been a national symbol for strength and leadership. On the reverse, you see the bold eagle with wings spread, representing power and freedom. These designs were not just about money, they carried the values and pride of a nation. That is what makes every Liberty Quarter special. Owning one is like holding a piece of American history in your hand. Now imagine someone digging through an old jar of change, not knowing what lies inside, and suddenly spotting a shiny 1982 P quarter in amazing condition. That small discovery could mean thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's collector market. Stories like these are real, and they happen more often than you might think. That is why coin collecting is not only fun but also potentially very rewarding. So what should you do if you come across a 1982 P Liberty Quarter Dollar? First, do not spend it. Keep it safe and handle it carefully. Next, examine its condition. If it looks bright, sharp, and new, then you may have something special. The next step is to consider grading it through a professional coin grading service. That can increase its value dramatically and give you a clear idea of what it is truly worth. Finally, follow the market. As prices climb, you might find the perfect opportunity to sell it for an amazing profit, and remember, the coin market is alive, always changing, and always surprising. What might seem like a simple piece of change today could become tomorrow's rare treasure. The 1982 P Liberty Quarter is a perfect example of how history, rarity, and demand come together to create something truly extraordinary. ATJF coin, we love sharing these stories with you, because every coin has a story to tell. Some tell stories of everyday use, while others tell stories of hidden wealth and incredible discovery. The Liberty Quarter of 1982 P is not just a coin, it is a key to a world of history, collecting, and surprising value. So my friends, check your pockets, your jars, and your collections. Who knows, maybe you are holding a coin that could change your life. Thank you so much for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share this video with other collectors and friends. Stay tuned for more exciting discoveries, because here at JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into a fascinating story, a story about one of the most collected coins in America. We are talking about the Liberty Quarter Dollar, specifically the United States coin from 1987 with the Philadelphia Mint mark, also known as the 1987 P Quarter. At first glance, this coin may look like an ordinary quarter. People use it for vending machines, parking meters, and small everyday purchases. But collectors around the world know that this coin carries far more value than its face value. The hidden worth of this quarter has taken the numismatic community by storm, and today we are going to explore why this coin is so special, how it connects to American history, and most importantly, its current market value that has shocked even experienced collectors. Let's start with the background. The Liberty Quarter Dollar is part of a long tradition of American coinage. The quarter has always represented strength, freedom, and national pride. By 1987, the design was well established, but not every coin from this year is created equal. The 1987 P Quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and while millions were struck, very few survived in pristine condition. Many of them went straight into circulation where scratches, wear, and handling reduced their grade. But the coins that remain in uncirculated or high mint state grades are worth a fortune today. Collectors chase this quarter for several reasons. One of them is rarity in condition. Ordinary circulated pieces may not look like much, but when you find one with a sharp strike, clean fields, no scratches, and full mint luster, you are looking at a coin that could sell for an unbelievable price. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified top-quality examples of this coin, and the prices realized at auction have stunned everyone. Now let's talk about numbers. The face value of this coin is 25 cents, but in today's market, collectors have paid massive amounts for the best examples. The current known value for certain high-grade 1987 P quarters has reached up to $779,328. Yes, you heard that correctly, over $750,000 for a single quarter-dollar coin. Imagine pulling this out of your pocket change or discovering it tucked away in an old drawer at home. This incredible value is not just based on rarity but also demand. Collectors and investors around the world are constantly hunting for these coins. Auctions show fierce bidding wars where people compete for the finest examples, driving the price higher and higher. The market has recognized the 1987 P Liberty Quarter Dollar as a hidden gem in United States coinage, a coin that went from ordinary pocket change to an extraordinary treasure. But there is more to the story than just money. The 1987 P Quarter represents a piece of American history. Think about it. Every coin is a time traveler. It carries with it the year it was born, the people who held it, the shops it passed through, and the silent stories of a generation. In 1987, the world was experiencing change. Technology was advancing, the Cold War was nearing its end, and America was pushing forward into a new era. And right there in the pockets of ordinary citizens was this very coin, a Liberty Quarter Dollar that would one day become the focus of collectors worldwide. So how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? First, look for the date 1987 and the P mint mark, which stands for Philadelphia. Then carefully check the condition. The fewer scratches and the brighter the luster, the better. If your coin looks sharp and almost untouched, it may be worth sending it to a grading company. Remember, condition is everything. The difference between a quarter worth a few dollars and a quarter worth hundreds of thousands of dollars is often just the grade. Collectors also look for errors and varieties. Some 1987 quarters show striking issues, double dies, or unusual flaws from the minting process. These errors can increase value dramatically. Always check carefully with a magnifying glass and compare with trusted coin guides. Now let's bring this to the present day. The current market for US coins is very strong. Precious metals are gaining value, investors are putting money into collectibles, and rare coins are hotter than ever. The 1987 P Liberty Quarter has become a symbol of this excitement. Imagine the thrill of selling a coin you once thought was only 25 cents for nearly $800,000. That is the dream of coin collecting, and it is happening today. This is why at JF Coin we always remind our viewers to check their coins carefully. Never overlook what may seem like ordinary change. Inside your wallet, in your jar of coins, or in that old family collection, there could be a coin waiting to change your life. The 1987 Liberty Quarter Dollar is living proof of that. So the next time you come across a quarter from 1987, take a moment. Hold it up to the light, study its details, and ask yourself if you could be holding a fortune in your hands. Because history, rarity, and collector passion have combined to make this one of the most valuable quarters in modern U.S. history, and remember, coin collecting is not just about money. It is about preserving history, appreciating art, and connecting with the past. Every coin has a story, and the 1987 Liberty Quarter Dollar is one of the greatest stories of them all. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable finds, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin. Hit the like button, share this video with other collectors, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story like this. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today's spotlight is on a very special coin, the Liberty Quarter Dollar from the year 1993 with the D Mint mark. This coin may look ordinary to some, but let me tell you, once you know its history and current market value, you'll never look at your loose change the same way again. The 1993 D Liberty Quarter was minted in Denver, and at first glance, it seems like just another regular quarter used for decades in everyday transactions. But behind its shiny surface lies a story of history, rarity, and value that has collectors across the United States and even worldwide paying close attention. Many people do not realize how unique this particular year is, and how a simple quarter worth only 25 cents back in 1993 could now command prices reaching into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life, a coin that others might overlook, but you recognize its true potential. That is the thrill of coin collecting, and today we are going deep into why the 1993 D Liberty Quarter is becoming such a star in the numismatic world. First, let us talk about the design. On the obverse side, you see the classic portrait of George Washington, a design that has been trusted and loved on quarters for decades. His profile represents strength, leadership, and the very foundation of American history. Flip it over, and on the reverse, you have the bold eagle with outstretched wings, symbolizing liberty, freedom, and the spirit of the nation. But within this familiar design lies something more, because not all 1993 D quarters are created equal. What makes this coin fascinating is the condition and specific striking details that set certain examples apart. While millions of quarters were minted in Denver in 1993, only a small fraction have survived in pristine condition. When graded by professional services, those in mint state or higher can achieve mind-blowing prices. And when errors are involved, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unique planchet flaws, the value skyrockets. Collectors are always hunting for these hidden treasures, and if you find one, you could be holding a coin worth far more than its face value. Now here comes the part that makes coin lovers' hearts race. The current market value of the 1993 D Liberty Quarter Dollar is nothing short of astonishing. Recent auctions and private sales have placed some rare examples at an unbelievable value of $779,327. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that once bought you a pack of gum in the 90s is now worth nearly $800,000 in today's collector market. That is the kind of jump in value that turns casual coin finders into passionate numismatists. But why such a high value for this particular coin? The answer lies in the blend of rarity, condition, and collector demand. The 1993 D Liberty Quarter came at a time when minting technology was advancing, but errors still slipped through. That creates the rare variations collectors dream about. Combine that with the fact that not many people in 1993 thought about saving uncirculated quarters, and you get a coin that is harder to find in top condition today. Rarity plus demand always equals value, and the 1993 D is a shining example of that principle. For those of you watching, this is not just a story about a quarter. It is a reminder that treasure is all around us, waiting to be discovered. Maybe in your old coin jar, maybe in your grandparents' collection, or maybe even in your pocket change from the store. Coins like the 1993 D Liberty Quarter are proof that history lives on through everyday objects, and sometimes that history can reward you beyond imagination. Imagine pulling out a coin from a dusty drawer and realizing that what you hold is not just 25 cents, but a piece of American history valued at nearly $800,000. That thrill, that excitement, that possibility is what makes coin collecting one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world. So if you want to start your own treasure hunt, take a close look at your quarters. Look for that 1993 D Mint mark, check the condition, and if you spot something unusual or flawless, you may have a fortune in your hand. And always remember, coins tell stories. Stories of time, of people, of nations, and sometimes stories of incredible wealth. Here at JF Coin, we love bringing you these stories, and we want you to be part of this exciting journey. The world of coins is full of mysteries, and every coin you find could be the next big discovery. Stay curious, stay alert, and most importantly, never underestimate the power of the coins you already own. Thank you for watching this video on the Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1993D, a coin with a history as rich as its value. Do not forget to subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing stories, market updates, and hidden treasures from the world of numismatics. Share this video with fellow collectors and friends, because who knows, maybe someone out there is sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. This is JF Coin.